the silencer, Jeff Smith.
Take the title.
The stars must have lined up tonight.
Smith cannot believe his luck.
Scott Taylor!
He will be back.
It does give you the opportunity to be the second player to win it twice.
John O'Shea! He is a former World Masters champion.
He's been waiting 2 years for this moment.
Shane McGurk, the reigning WDF World Champion.
For a second consecutive series.
Game shot and the match.
What a display!
Andy Hamilton!
We are going to have the Gizzy. Adam Gavlas!
That shot wins week 6! Gavlas saves his best for last!
Jimmy Vasquez!
But a famous victory.
And he gives them the reason to roar.
Graham Usher!
For a hat-trick of titles.
And the Scarborough supremacy here.
Derek Coulson!
To make it game 4 in a row.
You're achieving things that some of the greats of the game can't do.
Richard McKee!
Another chance, and this time it is taken. Richie McKee.
Ryan Vander!
4 legs to nil.
Danny Van
They've all tasted success once, but they are back for the big one. That's the trophy on offer come Saturday night. With it, £25,000 and a place in the history books. Welcome along to Super Series Champions Week. Good morning, here we go again. Champions Week has begun at the MODUS Super Series, and come Saturday night we're going to be adding another name on that trophy. Scott Taylor has already won it once before. He's looking to do so for a second time, but if it's not him, then we are going to get another new name on this spectacular trophy. 6 days of trials and tribulations are about to begin here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, and we have got a stacked card for you. 12 of the best players throughout the course of the series. We've also got the UK TV punditry debut of Vincent van der Voort to come. I've got Matthew Edgar with me in the studio this morning. And look, Champions Week always delivers, and it feels like we've got the calibre of players that can't help but deliver.
Yeah, we've got a great lineup here, haven't we? We've got some of the best players that have graced the Super Series stage over time, serial winners down there, and £25,000 up for grabs, a place in the ADC Global Championship. Not only do we have the quality, but we've also got that big carrot dangled as well.
Well, where do you begin as far as that list of players is concerned? You've got Derek Coulson in 4 consecutive champions. Jimmy Vasquez made the final. Scott Taylor's won it before. You've got the reigning WDF World Champion. We haven't even scratched the surface of players yet.
Well, the 4 names you've just mentioned there, serial winners, and what something's got to give. They can't all win it. And then you chuck in the likes of Danny Van Tripe, who had an amazing Saturday, Graham Usher, who's recently just come off the PDC Pro Tour. We have got possibly one of the most stacked, unpredictable and exciting Champions Weeks we've ever had.
Danny Van Tripe was the final player to put his name into the hat, and he did so spectacularly. Hit the first ever 9-darter here on a Saturday night, average of 120.24 in the final, and he was within a dart of breaking the record average here.
It was spectacular, wasn't it? He really did step it up. And the big thing that we learnt there about Danny Van Tripe is when he needs the big performance, he's got the big game. And that was an absolutely spectacular performance that just made his opponent completely irrelevant. It was all about Danny Van Tripe from start to finish. I think it's worked out well for him, though, in the fact that now he's gone into Group C. He's got a good few days to let that digest. Because sometimes when you have a big performance like that, when you do something so well, you can get in the point of sort of overload. And he's got a few days now just to let it sink in, and then he'll come back for Group C, where he's going to be a real big danger.
Well, let's have a look at the all-important tournament bracket then for the week. The 6 players at the best averages in the week they won will be participating in Group A over the course of the next 3 days. And that is actually in average order as you see the players on screen. So Shane McGurk had the top average of everybody. John O'Shea, Adam Gavlas and Jess Smith, well, they were the best of the rest in Group B. Whilst Danny Van Tripe, despite the 120 average in the final, it was only good enough for an appearance in Group C alongside Andy Hamilton and Richard McKee. And I suppose you look at Group B and Group C, opportunity there for somebody to have a big week. Of course, John O'Shea's won a World Masters before. We've seen the likes of Jeff Smith make a Lakeside final before. Andy Hamilton, of course, the World Final before. But still, an opportunity to win something tangible for them.
It is, but we've got to remember we're going to be getting 5 players from this Group A dropping into their respected groups as well. So we're going to have some real tough competition. I think that Group C this week's going to be very, very hard to predict. When you look at the quality in there, Danny going in there as well, and then you're going to get the bottom 3 players from Group A go into that group. It's going to be very, very hard to predict Group C for sure.
Matt's going to be a part of our broadcast team throughout the course of the week. We're also happy to welcome, as part of our broadcast team, the former UK Open runner-up Vincent van der Voort. And he's on stage now having a chat with Paul Nicholson to look ahead to the week's action.
Yes, thanks, Henry. It's a great week to be here with Vincent van der Voort. Vincent, very much a welcome to the live lounge for the first time. Great to have you here, and a huge opportunity for someone in possibly getting £25,000 this week.
Yeah, 100%. This is the week, and when they're all group winners, so they're all fancy their chances, and yeah, this is the moment you have to shine.
And also a place in the ADC Global Championship at the end of the year, so there could be a lot of money on the line for someone winning this week and potentially in the next few months.
Yeah, massive opportunity. It's also that manufacturer watch this, potential sponsors, managers. This is the place to be when you're an amateur and you have ambition to go further in darts.
As far as the Dutch contingent this week, pretty strong. Obviously, a quarter of the field is from the Netherlands, and obviously what Danny did on Saturday night, what Jurgen did the week before, but also Jimmy van Schie. He's been named in the Dutch squad for the WDF World Cup in Seoul over the next few weeks with Danny van Tripe. A huge, impressive nature of darts from the Netherlands over the last few weeks.
Oh yeah, they play brilliant. Jimmy van Schie, he just won the Belgium Open, the Antwerp Open, so he's in a great form. I think he will be up there to win this week. Danny van Tripe, yeah, he hit a 9-darter last week, 120 average, so he must be feeling very confident about this week. And I feel very good for Jurjen van der Velde. He bounced back after that devastating loss in the Development Tour final against Gian van Veen. So for him, it's very good. It's for his confidence, for his future. He's a young guy. It's very good to be here.
Outside of the Dutch guys, who really sticks out for you this week?
For me, it's of course Shane McGurk. He's the Lakeside champion, so he should be devastated that he's not having a tour card after that. But he knows he has the game. He's got a lovely throw, so for him a very important week.
Well, a lot of people are going to think that Shane McGurk's going to be the favourite. He's actually not with the odds compilers, but in our eyes, we see Shane as the man to beat.
Thank you very much. And Vince will be bringing his pulling no punches punditry approach to the UK television audience for the very first time this week. Shane McGurk doesn't go off favourite. Derek Coulson does. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's very, very hard of which to find a favourite in this group. And I've seen a lot of the statisticians on social media putting their opinions forward and giving us the data. And do you know, I think this is going to be one of those that really does divide opinion. I think whoever you put favourite would have been able to be shot at and say, should that have been the right selection? Derek Coulson, though, the way in which he qualified, absolutely spectacular. And I would say rightly so the favourite, but there's value everywhere you look. You look at likes of Graham Usher and Jimmy van Schie at 7-1, there's value there. But as a bit of a dark horse, Scott Taylor at 14-1, the only player to have his name on that trophy this week, I think is incredible value.
And actually, it's perhaps fitting the players are just coming out behind us. It's Derek Coulson and Shane McGurk to kick the show off, the two favourites going head-to-head. And
what a way to start as well. It sort of sets the tone, doesn't it, for what we're going to expect here at Champions Week and sort of the level and the quality. And it's one of those games where if you come off and you've got the victory, you can come off there, right, I'm in and I'm running, but then the next game's going to be just as hard, and the next one. I think this Group A, based on the averages, which is how the Group A is decided, I think it's going to serve up, well, it should do, the best Group A we've ever seen.
Well, Matt, thank you very much. We'll chat to you throughout the course of the week. But Champions Week is about to get underway. Come Saturday night, somebody's going to take away that trophy and a cheque for £25,000. Not just that, a place at the ADC Global Championship at the end of 2025, which in itself has a jackpot of 60 grand. We kick off with the two favourites going head-to-head. Shane McGurk takes on Derek Coulson. Two regular campaigns when it comes to a Champions Week. But who's going to kick off their latest campaign with a win?
but also growing confidence, because wherever he's gone, he's succeeded. Seniors darts.
180.
MODUS Super Series. But it's not Derek Coulson that delivers the first 180 of Champions Week. That goes to the champ, Mr. McGurk. I remember when Derek was drawn against Mervyn King at the World Seniors. And everybody who works in this industry said, what's next? Maybe another 9-darter on the stage. We had one on Saturday night. If this goes in, Vincent, they're going to be inviting you back every week.
Yeah. It's a good start, of course. I mean, you get broken in the first leg and then gets two 180s in the next one. And look what you're going to do now.
He's got to hit it as well. If he doesn't, he might lose the leg.
109.
Well, now that the nerves are gone after the first leg, there's a bit of quality on the stage.
Yeah, you can really hurt him with this shot if he hits this one. Oh, that's unlucky, but still
42.
Sloppy last dart,
Shane,
but there's
you
very
require
much pressure on
32.
now.
You
Game
can
shot,
absolutely
the second
forget
leg,
what I said
Shane
about
McGurk.
expecting 12 darters and things like that. He's not going to go for it, though. It's a wise move.
It is really wise. You need to do that. Your opponent is in 251, so no rush. You just want to have that win. That is so much more important than that big finish. You can see McGurk is a little bit struggling, so you want to keep him in that place as long as possible.
Derek, you require 32.
Get him you want to give him a useless throw for your and now you want to hit it and get that 3-1.
Shot the fourth leg, Derek
13 darter there from Coulson, his best leg of the match.
Impressive. Sensible last dart again.
Shane, you require
board management
170.
is good, and he gives a lot of pressure on McGurk.
58. Derek, you
Coulson
require
should get a match start
71.
here. He knows just how valuable it can be when you've got a chance to win a match by a distance. He
Game
gets
start
off to a
and the match,
wonderful
Derek
start.
Coulson.
Derek Coulson comes into this Champions Week as the favourite. And as far as that first game is concerned, it might have started a little bit edgy in that first leg.
Third leg is
That's
Jimmy
got to be a
to
good
throw
confidence
first.
boost as well, isn't it? Reaching the quarterfinals of the Pro Tour on the build-up to this. And, you know, those build-ups have been of different length. Look at Danny Van Tripe. His build-up's going to be just a couple of days. Where Scott Taylor, who's coming up next, qualified quite early. He's had opportunity to try and prepare and grow into the experience. But these two growing into this match.
140. Yeah, Jimmy Ski made it through to the quarterfinals of Players Championship 22. And like his compatriot on Saturday evening, Danny Van Tripe finds himself within 3 darts of perfection.
Well, Shane McGurk's just teased us, hasn't he? He went 7 into
Jimmy,
the 9 in the opening game.
141.
Here we go again.
But dart 8 finds its way into treble 7, and so that particular attempt is off. And that's pretty much the only thing he hasn't done in this build in Jimmy Van Schie. 101.
Hit
a perfect leg and win a championship. And who knows, he may do 2 in 1, but we had an 11 darter from Shane McGurk in the previous game. Jimmy Van Schie with a wry smile on his face could go one better than that. 140. Jimmy, you require 40.
Well, there is only one leg better than that.
Jimmy Van Schie.
A 10 darter from Jimmy Van Schie. Same sort of scenario, just 1 treble required for Jurgen. Would have been a dart at the same target that Jimmy Van Schie's just thrown up, but instead this is a big moment in this game, in this opener. Jimmy Van Schie knows from this point forward he's going to have a handful of darts
Jimmy, you
to
require
break the
36.
throw and have a bit of a cushion on the scoreboard.
Game shot in the 4th leg, Jimmy Van Schie. Just beginning to flex his muscles now as Jimmy Van Schie, average of 95, 3 out of 4 on the doubles.
Well, a very one-sided leg here. Jimmy Van Schie not really having any sort of impact here, giving Van der Velde plenty of time at the back end of this leg.
65.
At least 6 starts here from the 65 to get that breaker throw straight back. He would still need another breaker throw, but now it's as if the breaker throw never happened. All just going with throw once again. And he could be on the leaderboard with 2 points.
Well, he's got a couple of visits to do exactly that.
40 scored.
92 left. He wants to hit the treble to leave himself double 16, but the angle towards that treble is not an impossible.
60.
That would have been dart of the week. And I don't mean so far, I mean I don't think a dart would have beaten that one, because that was, as you mentioned, virtually impossible to find a way through. But he's got plenty of time on his side here. Again, 6 darts from 72,
64.
maybe more.
Jimmy, you require 72.
Here's a runner-up in Series 8, but Jimmy Van Schie gets his Champions Week campaign for Series 11 off to a winning start. And I think he was as blindsided as anybody about the smoke machine going off there.
You require 100.
Speaks volumes about his ability, his character, and his overall record here.
76. Graham, you require 104.
An opportunity here for Graham Usher to get a breaker throw. He should be getting a dart at a double. It's going to be at tops, and he finds...
shot in the 5th leg, Graham Usher.
First big check out of the session goes the way of Graham Usher.
Finish this job off once and for all. Leads himself on 92 after 12 to complete a 4-2 win. And the former runner-up looks like he's going to get off to a better start than that of the former champ. Doesn't
60.
leave himself on a finish.
Graham, you require 92.
Which means the gambler's got 6 from here. And he's going to get a match start at double 18. He only needs the one match start at the double 18. It was the 105 finish for the break, which was the key turning point in that one. And then Graham Usher converted his lead into a win.
Jimmy is a very young guy. He's got a management, he's got the sponsors. So he knows what to do now, and he knows that he can show the world how good he is. And he was very close at Q School this year. He won the first day. He was in the final, and after that he didn't want a point anymore. So that was really disappointing for me. He missed out the World Championship by 1 leg, by a brilliant finish from Belmont. So he has been. Look at this.
Game shot on the 3rd leg. Derek
He's been
Coulson.
outscoring. Jimmy Van Schie is outscoring Coulson, but his finishing is phenomenal.
Required 24.
But he's not in control of what happens next. Jimmy's on 6s.
18.
Oh, now that could be
Derek,
costly.
you required 24.
Coulson's finishing, like we mentioned, has been deadly so far today. Does it remain the case? It most definitely is. That's right in the middle of double 6. It's no wonder he's the favourite.
He's 3-1 behind, so he needs to win, to hit this one.
Listen to Vincent, Jimmy.
He didn't.
He didn't get the memo.
53.
So what does Coulson
Derek, you
do?
require 92.
We're seeing behaviours change on these kind of shots. Not many people go for the 25 anymore. Derek doesn't need to. Double 16. He hasn't missed many doubles, but how impressive was that? He defies a 100 average from Jimmy Van Schie and tells the entire world and everybody watching on Pluto TV, I'm the man to beat. Whereas McGurk is. The first 3 legs of the first game that involved McGurk today had breaks of throw. Are we going to start in that fashion, I wonder? Tops will tell us.
Game shot
And
in the
there you
first
have
leg.
it.
Shane
We haven't had
McGurk.
many Tum Plus checkouts so far today, but that's the second one. I wonder if that's going to hurt him. This would. Tops.
120. Graham, you require 102.
Well, he could have been on a 2-darter. That doesn't make any difference.
Graham Usher.
He takes out the 3-darter and the ton, plus checkouts are raining in Portsmouth. On 66, he decides to go bull, which is more of a double 8, double 16 shot. That's a bad dart from Shane.
Yeah, he really made a mess out of it again. But most of the time, people hit it now.
11.
He made that wire move.
16.
Double 4 for Graham. That's a
Game
lovely
shot,
bounce, isn't it?
Graham Usher.
3-1 lead for Usher. He might feel like it's redemption week.
And he should. I mean, this is another opportunity, another week. Maybe this is his time.
96. Graham, you require 68.
It's a time for double 4.
Game shot
And a time to win.
Graham Usher.
Usher, really, really good. And I think Shane in the background there was acknowledging just how pinpoint Usher really was in that game. You don't want to get off to a bad start, that's for sure. You don't want to have 0 points after 2 rounds, but it's not the end of the world. But you'd like to be getting points sooner rather than later.
100.
That's a good start, but in this system, it's not that bad. I mean, you know, one of them is going to the finals day, but
99.
the rest is just playing Thursday, Friday. So you're getting in a little bit of form. You don't need to win all those matches. You know you're going to lose some, but try to get the best out of yourself during those 2 days. And another one.
3 times today, we've seen somebody leave 141 after 6 darts.
58.
It's Jurgen van der Velde's turn for an attempt at a 9. He does not get to the 9th one. That seems to be the curse of Champions Week so far. And it's only game 6.
109.
He's done exactly what Shane McGurk did in the first game of the day. He's left 32 after 9.
Yeah, you can see it feels much better. The first match he was struggling, now he scores, and then you can feel that he's feeling a lot better now. And
no score.
After dart number 2, that got a bit tricky. It's a good job that Taylor's way back on 204. He's not going to be there for much longer.
140.
Vicious throw that he's got.
32.
Has yielded quite a lot of points there.
Game shot in the first
But it is in vain.
Jurgen van der Velde.
enjoying darts again.
And the way he played in that final in week 11, my word.
58.
That was impressive against Steve Beaton.
85.
Yeah.
How impressive can this be? Looks pretty good. Doesn't
Game
get any
shot
better.
Fifth leg, Jurgen van der Velde.
That's a 3-2 lead for Van der Velde. This game is so good. We don't want it to end, but it might
Sixth
end in
leg,
the next
it's
2
Scott
minutes.
This is the moment for
Jurgen
Jurgen to step
requires
in,
72.
put his game to bed, and show him that he's here this week to do business.
It's all business.
32.
But that one's not
Scott, you
in.
require
First match start
38.
missed by the 22-year-old from the Netherlands.
Game
Taylor this
shot
time
the
hits
sixth
and
leg,
takes us
Scott
all the way
Taylor.
for the first time in a game in Champions Week in Series 11. And this game really has been so
Seventh and
good
final leg,
that we
it's
are
Jurgen
not
to
disappointed
throw
that it's got a
first.
7th.
This is the moment for Jurgen. How many trebles can he find? Oh, this is great. What a moment.
100.
Another one.
All right, we just need Scott Taylor to hit one now, and it would equal the record at 9.
$60.
It's not going to happen now.
Jurgen, you require 87.
Van der Velde has been special in this game at times, but
Game
nothing
shot
better
and
than
match,
that.
Jurgen van der
What a
Velde.
knockout punch from that young man. An 11 darter to kill off the...
High above the wire, so Usher back for 49 to move 2 clear.
96.
Needed just one more to
Graham,
get his
you
third
require
consecutive victory at the
49.
beginning of the day.
Game shot in the fourth
Clinical,
leg, Graham
clean,
Usher.
3-1 to Graham Usher.
You throw in to serve out the match. You're looking at that 15 darter, 1 treble a throw. For a very rare spotted 5-ton leg here, Graham Usher could win the match.
65. Graham, you require 101.
Average in excess of 101 right now, and looking at 101 to win. Double 12 to
Game
wrap
shot
it up
and the match,
beautifully, and
Graham
that is
Usher.
3 wins out of 3 for the gambler, who right now is playing all of his cards right. For Derek Coulson, that's a first defeat of Champions Week.
Jimmy, you require
So
95.
Van Schie to move himself 3-2 up. And Taylor's not even left it handy either, has he? Goes straight for the ball. 45 left. Tots a 3-2.
55.
And that really would have put himself in control.
Scott, you require 71.
Scott may only get a dart here for the break in 3-2.
Game shot in the fifth
That's all he
leg.
needs.
Scott Taylor.
For now.
Scott, you
Unless
require 149.
Scott Taylor can pull off the second biggest finish of the day.
Not to be, so Van Schie looks at double six to give us a last leg
60.
decider. It would be
Jimmy, you require
just the second
12.
game to go the distance today after Scott's previous match with Jurjen van der Velde.
Game shot in
And
the sixth
7
leg.
legs,
Jimmy
the
Van
former
Schie.
champion is forced to go again.
Scott, you require 16.
It's Jimmy Van Schie, the latest to miss a match dart. His opportunity going to come to pass again for Scott Taylor.
No
yes
score.
is the answer.
Jimmy, you require 40.
That was an opportunity to really get himself back into this group.
Game
And Jimmy
shot
Van
and the
Schie
match.
does
Jimmy Van
not
Schie.
need a second invitation. A 4-3 victory for the former runner-up means that he finds himself on 4 points in the group, and it means that the Series 6 champion Scott Taylor has got huge work to do to get himself back into proceedings.
He's been all over the world, including Australia since then, to showcase his skills as WDF World Champion.
140.
Jurjen's had a week off
Jurjen, you
before coming
require
back,
100.
which means he'll be very in tune with this place. Double 10.
Game shot in
And
the
he
third
didn't have any
leg.
bother with
Jurjen
that
van der
double.
Velde.
That's a 2-1 lead.
So I'm very
Shane, you
close to the
require
doubles. But
138.
this must annoy him as well.
Well, that chance isn't going to go. And on Saturday night, Matthew Edgar was talking about how
58.
on all of your targets you want to be
Jurjen,
within a
you
chalk
require
line
10.
of the target. Well, Jurjen was on double 10 on either side. How's his double 4? Well, this
Game
time he
shot in the
finds it.
fourth leg.
A 3-1 lead
Jurjen
is
van der
his.
Velde.
How does he handle this one? Is he going straight for it? Or?
Line's good.
20.
Weight of dart, not so. All three in a
Jurjen, you
line, but
require
none
20.
give him the leg he needed to stop Van der Velde going for this.
Game
And he
shot
doesn't
and the
hesitate
match.
in
Jurjen
taking
van
that
der
one
Velde.
with a break of throw in the last leg of the contest. So much for Shane to think about before he returns a little bit later on when he takes on Scott Taylor in game number 12.
Yeah, you get all the colours now, and yeah, everything is possible now with darts. Eh?
Well, this game might be getting away from Jimmy
Graham, you
already.
require 61.
He could have been 2-0 up. In every likelihood, he's going to be 3-0 down.
46 left, yeah.
They look really annoyed as well.
Game
Well, this
shot in
time
the
he
third
didn't need
leg.
Jimmy to
Graham
miss.
Usher.
Usher is missing very little.
100.
Everything changes in the next 10 seconds.
Again, 2 darts.
Just out of rhythm.
90.
Maybe that was
Graham,
the
you
reason
require
he
65.
might not take us any further. Usher's got options. Tops it is.
25. Jimmy, you require 10.
Could have been another destructive display on the doubling from Usher. He's knocking on a lot of doors here.
Game
Somebody's
shot in the
home.
fifth
It's
leg.
3-2,
Jimmy
and
Van
it is a break
Schie.
of throw.
And back in the game.
It's an important
Jimmy,
shot.
you
He's on
require
100 again.
100.
If he doesn't take it, he could lose. So Usher gets
60.
a chance to
Graham,
finish
you
this
require
off.
64.
He's had 1 dart already. He was just
Game
off
shot
balance
and
on
match.
dart 3,
Graham
but it doesn't
Usher.
make any difference. A bit of a weird game, that one, because Usher was 3-0 up, and then there was an interruption in play. Took a special 12 darter to get the first leg in this contest for Van der Velde. It needs a special dart to make it 2-2. He can't find it.
Derek,
based on how Derek has been
25.
finishing today, this is most likely found. Interesting. Not what he usually does, but it works a treat. Why not again? Why not? Because he didn't get the treble 15.
93.
And Derek is now staring
82.
at a possible 4-1 victory to inch closer to Usher.
He really wants to hit this one. He knows he's not playing the best darts that he has been in the week, and then still have to have a shot for 4-1.
At the ball. And takes it. It's an absolute beauty. There's a bit of brilliance and a bit of fortune with that final checkout, because when he gets the single 13, it leaves him on a single to bull combination.
From 188 points to not leave a finish, but he's somehow found a way.
Well, forget kick up the backside. He was punching himself in the
35.
face.
Scott, you require 80.
At the back of the stage there. Probably needs a rocket in a minute. Because Scott Taylor is just playing his own game and is just streaking clear of his opponent. This has to go. It's not going to, and so Taylor, the former champion, returns to tops to get his first win of the day. And the reigning Lakeside champ, well, he finds himself in heaps of bother in this Group A.
Scott, you require 40.
But for the former champion, he is on the board at long last. It took him 4 games, but eventually it's a win for Scott Taylor. As for Shane McGirt, the second favourite with the bookies to go on and win Group A and win Champions Week.
$100.
Well, Usher here looking at 106 to square this game up at 2 apiece.
Game shot in the 4th leg.
And in it went. That first dart crept right in low in the treble bed.
Well, he may have got away with that last start as well, because it did catch the flight on the way in, which sort of helped him. Now he's got that dreamy position, 3 darts at a double to break the throw. Come back to try and serve it out to win the match.
87. Graham, you require 40.
He's made very little mistake today, Graham Usher, and continues to do so as well. His doubling has been exceptional.
The former runner-up looking at tops to get his Champions Week campaign off to the perfect start.
No score.
The 3 match darts have come and gone.
Requires 61.
Almost felt like the first start was too well thrown, though. It got in the way there for Graham Usher. One dart to save the match. Is all he needs. What a find that is. Gets a second opportunity, a second chance there. I think he's maybe a little lost maybe within the score of this game.
This one would be the one that would feel the sweetest for Graham Usher if he was able to cross the line.
100.
And if he does cross the line, it will be a 5-star display for the day. The bullseye wins it for Usher, and he wins every game on Monday. The gambler played his cards perfectly on the opening day of Champions Week, and the former runner-up is up and running.
More 15 darts, 220 left, or 228.
I think with his average in this contest, he can feel quite fortunate
94.
to be
Jimmy, you require 32.
in any way, shape or form still in it.
Yeah, that's great about this system. You can lose 5 matches and you still no problem for him. He can lose tomorrow 5 matches and get a little bit of form on the Wednesday and turn up Thursday, Friday and still be in the final.
Jimmy,
we have seen a lot of attempts at flashy finishes over the last couple of years. This is the textbook route for 150.
114. Shane, you require 141.
Mismatch start for Jimmy.
Yeah, probably comes back for it, or 141. I can't see you go. And no, it's not his day. Should regroup and come back tomorrow and be stronger.
And that's all he can do. With Jimmy on double 18 with 3 darts in hand, is it inevitable?
Game shot.
Most definitely.
Jimmy Venski.
Jimmy has done his job against the WDF champion of the world, and it is the WDF ranked #1 player in the world right now that walks away with 3 wins from 5 today.
Derek, you require 120.
The right amount of 20s here with a double at the end. He might need 3 straight just to preserve the chance of 8 points for the day. And this time he can't find it.
60. Scott,
You could be in a lot of trouble
56.
now if you finish this 56.
I love that single.
Game
I love that
shot in the
tops
fourth
even
leg,
more.
Scott Taylor.
I just love that someone isn't going for the treble 16 on 56.
Fifth leg, it's Derek.
I think
to
it's
throw
just
first.
greedy.
Game up.
Champions weeks before. We've seen him in qualifying weeks. He's averaged 109 before. Can Taylor get to the finish first?
180.
Oh, in style. That'll be his last 180 of the day.
What a moment.
What a climax. Coulson won't leave him be.
180.
That is a really
Scott, you
impressive
require
answer.
98.
Look what's he going to do now.
Needs a switch. Needs a tops.
78.
2 match darts at tops
Derek, you
in 2
require
legs.
43.
And Coulson might make him pay because his doubling today has been elite. Tops again.
33.
Feels like the first time today in a big
Scott, you
spot that he's
require
missed.
20.
This is the first time I think he let himself down.
Scott Taylor is taking a pause here because he didn't think he was coming back. He is. And the
Game
double
shot
that
and
gave
the
him the
match,
title
Scott
in
Taylor.
Series 6 gives him another win. So he's going to have 3 wins for the day.
He is the player at the top of the table overnight. A 4-point lead from Coulson and Van Schie, respectively. Scott Taylor lost his first 3 games, won his last 2, finds himself on 4 points alongside Jurjen van der Velde and Shane McGirt, the reigning WDF World Champion, without a point to his name following the first day's worth of play.